Okay, so we're gonna do this one in browser view. So, Radical Edward. I wasn't even online to read the complaints, but when I got to the end of Cowboy Bebop for Netflix, I already knew that this was definitely gonna piss a whole bunch of people off. But at the exact same time, I didn't really give a shit. And one of the reasons why is it's really hard, and I do mean this when I say it is really fucking hard to create a live adaptation of a super eccentric character without that eccentric character being cringe. Like, characters doing like super wild shit in the anime fits in the anime because you can do like wild things with their hands and crazy expressions on their faces and put them in like ridiculous scenarios that absolutely make no sense whatsoever. But when you come into a live adaptation, if you try and maintain that exact same level of energy, where you're essentially giving a human being the authority to move and act like an anime character, what you essentially run into is the fact that it's not going to come across good at all. Now, here's the problem. If Netflix had just decided to change Ed's personality, then that character wouldn't be Radical Ed, like, at all. It would just be like a completely different character. Now, the argument can be held that Netflix did change other people's personalities, such as, let's say, Vicious and Julia's. They even changed a few genders up there, like Mao. But at the exact same time, for Ed, it's basically a one for one. The same annoying character that's in the anime is basically lifted from the anime, removed from the ability to do any of the weird anime faces or move like an anime character, and plopped down into a live action series. Like, this is Radical Ed when she first pops up.
Radical Edward, come out! It's the police!
Crazy anime face, crazy expressions, wild shit going on, and like, this attitude is essentially maintained throughout the entire series. She moves super weird, she does super weird things that cause the characters to wonder exactly what the hell is going on. But then when you jump over the live adaptation, the introduction is the exact same. I think I might have jumped over it. See? The energy is the exact same. Same energy. Like, it's basically the same energy from the anime, where she's extremely loud, she's super eccentric, she's super crazy. The problem is, no one told the actor not to make crazy anime faces. Crazy anime faces never translate well in live action. But for the most part, this is a perfect version of Radical Ed. Like, even like the super crazy dancing that she's doing is something that Ed does in the anime as well. So I didn't really understand like the general across the board hate for Ed's character in the live adaptation, since essentially this is a perfect adaptation of the character. The only problem is the character can't move and act, or should I say the actress or actor? I actually didn't look up to see. Okay. The actress or actor they can't do what they do in the fucking anime. Can't do weird faces, and she's trying to move that way. But for the most part, this is a good adaptation. This is probably the only character who was adapted from the anime to the live adaptation who's actually 100% authentic to her source material, which is she's insane and she's eccentric, and there's really nothing malicious in any way, shape, or form going on here. It's just a really good adaptation that looks weird because humans aren't supposed to be moving and acting and being super eccentric like anime characters. But at the exact same time, the question that I pose is, if you didn't want the character to be eccentric, would you have been okay if Netflix had simply toned down her character's personality and just made her crazy or more like a kid or something along those lines? Because then You could just strike the radical part off of the name and just call the character Ed. Peace.